Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. My name is Naveen, and today we will be looking at games and tournaments for CAT 2023 and the unconventional types, the kind of games and tournament based questions or the puzzles that IIM Lucknow is famous for. So last time in 2017, when IIM Lucknow conducted the exam, it gave us a puzzle which was an unconventional games and tournament based topic, which was based on chess. So we are going to look into a couple of sets of similar type. So let's start with our first set. I'll have to hide myself. Yeah, good afternoon, Ishank, Vaishnav, Sai. So the direction says in a puzzle championship, Tamim correctly solved a puzzle based on Teen Patti. He was given a deck of 12 cards, aces, kings and queens of the four suits, namely clubs, diamonds, hearts and spades, from which he had to arrange 9 of those cards on a 3x3 grid so that the 8 Teen Patti hands that appear in the rows, columns and diagonals are satisfied. Also, by any M cross n cell, we mean the cell present in the mth row and nth column in the 3x3 grid. Some of the information was already written on the 3x3 grid. So if we look here, this is a 3x3 grid where some of the either the suit type is given or the symbol on the suit on the card is given. For example, the first card is a diamond card. Whether it is an ace, king or queen, we don't know because we only have to put in ace, king and queen. Right? And out of 12 cards, since 9 cards are used, so 9 cards are used. That means there are going to be 3 cards that will not be used. Right? Okay. Now, in the case of Teen Patti, what are the different hands we have? So when you have 3 cards of this similar symbol, those are called trail or set. When you have 3 cards of the same suit, but they are consecutive in order, they are called pure sequence. A sequence is a combination of 3 cards, but they are not all of the same suit. So that's the difference between pure sequence and sequence. And a pair of cards means that you need to have 2 cards of the same rank, where ace, king and queen, these are the ranks, and hearts, spades, clubs and diamonds, these are the suits. Now the note is the pure sequence or sequences can be in any order. So it's not necessary that if you look at the pure sequence, it should be ace, king and queen only. It could be king, queen and ace also. So it could be in any order. And then it is given that it is also known that in all the columns, there were cards of only 2 suits. So if you look at this particular column, the first column, we are going to have 2 cards of one suit and 1 card of the other. So we may have 2 cards of diamond and the third card could be anything, or maybe 1 card is diamond and the other 2 cards are of some other suit. Same is true for the next 2 columns. And in all the rows, the cards were of 3 suits. That means if you see a diamond, then the other 2 cards are supposed to be spades and hearts, or 2 out of spades, hearts and clubs. If you look at the second row, there is already a club. That means we are supposed to have the first 2 cards in the second row as diamond, hearts or spades. Okay, and so on and so forth. So we are supposed to fill this 9x9 grid. Right? Okay. So from where we are supposed to start? That is important, isn't it? So if you look at the hands of the Teen Patti, you will realize that the trail or the set is this scenario where you get to know that all the 3 cards will be of the same rank. Suits nahi pata. So we are not worried about the suits right now. We are only worried about the cards that are supposed to be placed here. Right? So do we see a trail here? So we see a trail along this diagonal. Right? So along this diagonal, if you are going to have a trail, okay, so we'll pay attention to this. And along the second row, we are going to have a sequence as in ace, king and queen. So I just want to ask, can we have a queen, queen and queen? क्या ये possible है? Because trail means same rank, the diagonal, the primary diagonal, and if you look at this sequence, the middle row, will it form a sequence? No. So we're pretty sure that the trail is not that of queen, isn't it? So we can't have queen here throughout. Now we are again looking at trail and sequence. Next, is it a possibility to have ace, ace and ace? Yes, it is very much possible. Now, if this is all three aces, that means this sequence is supposed to give us a king, right? So that we have king, ace and queen. Now, we are done with this sequence type. We are done with the trail type. Now, let's look at the pure sequence. If you look at the pure sequence, as in the secondary diagonal, right? So here, can we say we are going to have a queen here and a king here, or a queen here and a king here? Now, suppose if I put queen and king here, will it satisfy the other conditions? Let's check. Do we have a pair here? Yes. Do we have a pair? Yes. Do we have a pair? Yes. Do we have a pair? Yes. In order to have a pair, we are supposed to put either an ace or a king here, isn't it? अब इधर में अगर ध्यान दोगे, there are 4 aces in the deck and all the 4 aces are used. That tells us that you can't have an ace here. In order to make this pair, you are supposed to have a king. Right? Now, since this part is done, now let's look into the suites now. If we look into the suites, the trail that we are supposed to have should be of the different suites, right? And the pure sequence should be of the same suite. And the sequence are going to be of different, not all of the same suite. Okay, you can have 2 spades and 1 heart, you can have 2 clubs and 1 diamond, yes, sab allowed hai. So how should we represent the suites now such that, you know, the conditions of the hands are met? Okay, so this is how we will go. So we see that this ace is red in color, so that means this is hearts. Now, if you remember, the in the columns, there are only 2 suites. So we already have 2 hearts. That means this ace is going to be a spade. It could be a club. It could be a diamond. Right? These are the possibilities. Okay. So what can we place over here? And if you look at the pure sequence, we are supposed to have the same one. ठीक है, hidden trial करते हैं पहले. Can we have the diamond throughout? If we have the diamond, that means this is going to be the spades. Now, since we have 2 diamonds and this, so this is going to be king of, we can't take hearts, we can't take diamond. So let's say this is going to be a spade. So will this satisfy everything? In the first column, we have 2 diamonds and a spade. In the second column, we have 2 hearts and a diamond. In the third column, we have 2 clubs and a diamond. Now, if we look at how many aces we have 4 of them. One of them is a diamond, one of them is a heart, one of, okay, there is a mismatch. They both are diamonds. That tells us कि ये अब नहीं ले सकते. Right? So once we checked, we realized that this is not possible. Okay, since we have hearts here and diamond here, so we are going to have clubs or spades here. So we will be putting club here, sorry, spade here and club here. Okay, now if we look at the sequence, we have, okay, if we look at the pure sequence, okay, the secondary diagonal, since the middle value, the middle card ace is that of spades, that means this one is also going to be spades and this one is also going to be spades. The problem is we will have two queens where both of them are spades. So this is also not possible. So I can't have the center card as ace of clubs. So एक ही option देखो, diamond we can't put because it's already there. Heart we can't put because it's already there. We can't put the spades because this will also turn out to be sorry, we can't put club here because this will also turn out to be club. Since we can't put these three cards at the center, which is ace, so that means this is going to be a spade. Club नहीं लिख सकते. If this is spade, this is also going to be spade. This is also going to be spade. Okay, since we already have king of spades, we can't put king of spades in the first column. Since we are supposed to have only two suites where one is diamond and another is spade, so this will force us to put diamond only so that we have only two suites here. In the second column, we already have two suites. In the third column, we are supposed to have two suites. But if I put the spades here, spades in ace, the last row will not have three suites. Remember, in the case of rows, we are supposed to have all the three suites. So we can't have these spades here. So this is going to be obviously the club, which was also very much sure that since we already had an ace with a diamond, a heart and a spade, ये club ही होना चाहिए था. हाँ? ठीक है? So now I am going to erase the colors and use the same color so that we will have a more clear picture. So this is going to be hearts. Then we are going to have a K of diamond here. We are going to have K here, which is red in color. Then we are going to have queen of spades. We are going to have ace of spades. We are going to have king of spades. And then we are going to have ace of clubs. Once final time, let's verify all the conditions. Okay. So in all the columns, there were cards of only two suites. If I look at the first column, we have hearts and spade. If you look at the second column, we have, sorry, in the first column, we have got diamonds and spades. In the second column, we have got hearts and spades. In the third column, we have got clubs and spades. In each row, we need to see three different suites. In the first row, we have got diamond, heart and spade. In the second row, we have got diamond, clubs and spades. In the third row, we have spades, hearts and clubs. Right? Sab unique ho gaye. All the conditions are met. That means we are good to go. So what was the trick here to finding out the pattern? The trick was that we need to start with the trail wala part, because trail gives us three cards of the same type. We can't put queen. So we started with ace and the ace itself was able to fill this up. So we will not go ahead and check for king. Time waste नहीं करो. जब ace पे answer आ गया तो king करके क्या करेंगे? ठीक है? And then we looked at this pure sequence wala part that tells us that which particular suite we are going to have. Wherever there was a contradiction, we ignored that particular suite. So having filled this up, let's move over to the question. How many of the following cards were not used in the final grade? Ace of spades. Ace of spades was used. All the four ace were used, right? This is the ace of spades. So it was used. Queen of hearts. Well, we used only two queens. One was a club and one was a spade. So queen of hearts was not used. So this is one card. Ace of diamond. Ace of all the four suites were used. So ace of diamond bhi use hua tha. Sorry, it was used. Question is not used. And king of diamonds. King of diamonds was also used. Second row, first column. So can we say there is only one card out of these four options that were not used? Okay. Next, which diamond card was not used in the final grid? So we know that if you look at the diamond cards, there are two cards, both are in the first column. Diamond of ace and diamond of king. So ye do cards used with it. Can we say queen was not used? So C is going to be the answer. What was the card used in the third row, second column cell in the final grid? Third row, second column. Third row, second column, if you look here, is king of hearts. Right? So king of hearts was in that. King of hearts, kidhar hai? A option. So this card was there in that grid. Next, in which cell was king of clubs placed? If you remember, there were three cards of king that were used. King of spade, king of hearts and king of diamonds. ये bottom corner पे, L shape. King of spades was used, king of hearts, king of diamonds. King of clubs was not used at all, right? So question is, king of clubs placed? It was not placed. ऋतिक, यार एक ही तरीका है चेस और कार्ड्स समझने का. सो उसका आंसर ये है ऋतिक. सपोज माय सिस्टर डजंट अंडरस्टैंड क्रिकेट. Okay, she doesn't understand what is a bye, what is an average, how many balls are there in an over. T20 मैच कितने ओवर्स का होता है, टेस्ट मैच कितने ओवर्स का होता है, डेज का होता है. तो मैं उसको क्या सजेस्ट करूं सो दैट शी अंडरस्टैंड्स क्रिकेट? ऋतिक, किसी को कोई अगर गेम समझ नहीं आता, सपोज समबडी डजंट नो हाउ टू प्ले लूडो, क्या करें? उसको क्या करवाएं कि उसको लूडो समझ में आ जाए? उसको एक किताब दे दें वेयर ऑल द रूल्स आर रिटन. विल दैट हेल्प? नहीं ना. Can we say the only way to understand is if you actually play that particular game of sports? So if I ask my sister to actually watch others playing, if she can't watch, right? So she will have to play the game. खेलने से ही होगा ना भाई, ऐसे तो नहीं होगा. So same goes with these also. You are saying कि चेस और आपको कार्ड समझ नहीं आ रहा. Vishal is also saying he can't understand this. Well, the only way is खेलना शुरू करो. Not necessarily कि तीन पत्ती खेलो. तीन पत्ती is considered as a gamble by a lot of people, right? These are generally played on the occasion of Diwali by some of the people. तो लूडो आने से नहीं होगा ना विशाल. लूडो आता है तो केवल उसी पे क्वेश्चन आपको मिलेगा, बाकी गेम्स नहीं आ सकते. तो स्टार्ट प्लेइंग, उठाओ चेस, 2 दिन में सीख जाओगे सारे रूल्स. Similarly, start playing cards. It will take you some time to get used to the order of the cards and the suits and everything. पढ़ने से नहीं होगा, ठीक है? कुछ चीजें हैं जो आप करके सीख सकते हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई रीड अ बुक ऑन हाउ टू ड्राइव अ कार, मैं कार चलाना सीख जाऊंगा. मैं वीडियो गेम में कार चला लेता हूं, मैं बग्गी चला लेता हूं पबजी में, तो मैं क्या एक्चुअली में कार चलाना सीख लूंगा? नहीं ना, मुझे चलाना शुरू करना पड़ेगा, है ना? तो आपको ये तब तक समझ नहीं आएगा जब तक कि आप इसको खेलना सीखते नहीं. ये स्वीट क्या है, ये हार्ट क्या है, ये किंग क्या है. इफ यू हैव नो आइडिया अबाउट इट, यू विल हैव टू स्टार्ट प्लेइंग दीज गेम्स, राइट? सो दैट इज द आंसर टू बोथ ऑफ यू गाइज क्वेश्चंस. इफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड, अगर आपको नहीं पता कैसे प्रोसीड करना है, तो आपको वो गेम्स खेलने शुरू करने पड़ेंगे. एंड इट्स नॉट एन एक्सक्यूज कि एग्जाम के बाद आके पापा को बोल रहे, पापा अपने कार्ड नहीं खेलने दिया ना मेरे को कभी लाइफ में, इसलिए मेरे से वो क्वेश्चन नहीं हुआ. Start playing cards, but don't play cards which are considered as gambles. Play cards which are considered as, it sharpens your mind a lot. Chess and cards, they both of them. Ludo में कुछ sharpen नहीं होता है. Time pass है वो. But when you play chess, when you play cards, when you play checkers, right? There are a lot of games that sharpen your memory and brain a lot. Logic बहुत ज़्यादा use होना शुरू हो जाता है. So start playing those. Okay, the next set. 6 players, Sachin, Brian, Ricky, Rahul, Jack, and Sangha are playing a game of chit cricket. In this game, every player will be asked to select a chit randomly from a box containing 6 chits which will have some details mentioned. Based on the information in the chits selected by the players, the game will proceed. Players will be ranked and the winner will be decided. The rules of the game are as follows. Every player will be assigned a fixed total number of trials and an initial score which will be done through the chit system. The total number of innings that a player plays is equal to the total number of trials assigned to any player through the chit system. The initial score assigned to any player will be considered to be his score in the first innings. The score of any player in the subsequent inning will be in the increasing order as consecutive numbers, increasing by exactly 1 more than his score in the immediate previous innings. The total score by any player in a game is the sum total of his score in all the innings he played. Okay? The player who scores the target score of 105 in minimum number of trials will be considered the winner in the game and will be ranked 1. The other players will be ranked in the increasing order based on the number of trials assigned as lesser number of innings played to reach the target score. Will be giving them a better rank which will be numerically smaller. Each player scores a total of 105 in all the innings put together that he played. So कुछ लोगों को तो ये पल्ले भी नहीं पड़ा होगा ये है क्या, ठीक है? Okay, so this is where I'm going to help you out. Suppose आपको एक चिट दिया गया, उस चिट में 3 लिखा हुआ है, ठीक है? और आपको बनाना है 15. Can you tell me 3 consecutive numbers whose sum is 15? Consecutive होने चाहिए, random नहीं. Vaishnav, if I come on this screen, then you guys won't be able to see whatever is there on this screen because this screen occupies the entire content. हाँ जी बताइए. 3 consecutive numbers whose sum is 15. देखो भाई एक ही तरीका है, 15/3 कर दो, 5 वो बीच में होगा, ठीक है? एंड दिस विल बी 4 एंड दिस विल बी 6. अच्छा, सपोज इफ आई गिव यू अनदर चिट विच टेल्स यू 4 और अभी भी 15 बनाने का है. कैन यू टेल मी 4 consecutive numbers whose sum is 15? चार कंसेक्यूटिव नंबर बताना है जिसका सम 15 है. एक तो भाई साहब हिट एंड ट्रायल है ना? एंड द अदर अप्रोच इज कॉमन सेंस और विच इज नोन एज एवरेज का कॉन्सेप्ट है. 15/4 कितना होता है? 15/4 15 का हाफ 7.5 और फिर उसका हाफ 3.75. Since it's 3.75, there is no way to write 15 as sum of 4 consecutive numbers. आप लिख ही नहीं सकते क्योंकि सम divided by number should be either an integer or it should be an integer 0.5. ये होगा तभी आप लिख सकते हो, otherwise it's not possible. Where has this concept come from? ये मेरे को ऐसे उड़ते उड़ते अभी दिमाग में आया नहीं भाई, ये ना पहले से था, मतलब पहले से एज इन एवरेजेस से पता है कि ये ऐसा ही होता है, ठीक है. ओके, what if I give you digit as 5 and you have to write 15 as the sum of 5 consecutive numbers? तो 15 by 5 3 वो बीच में लिख दो, उसके बाद कंसेक्यूटिव छोटे छोटे नंबर्स उसके लेफ्ट में, उससे बड़े इधर. सो 1 + 2 + 3 + 4 + 5 15 होता है. What if I give you to write 15 as sum of 2 consecutive numbers? So 15 by 2 is 7.5. 7.5 तो लिख नहीं सकते ना, क्योंकि consecutive numbers लिखने हैं. So if you have 7.5, तो 7 इधर लिख लो और 8 इधर लिख लो. As in 7.5 से previous integer and the next integer after 7.5. You will be getting those numbers. ठीक है. So what this question is all about, तो मैं आपको बता देता हूं कि हमारे पास ये 6 बंदे, ठीक है. We have these 6 people: सचिन, ब्रायन, रिकी, राहुल, जैक एंड सांगा. हर किसी को सम बनाना है 105. जो कम से कम नंबर्स में बना देगा वो फर्स्ट. सेकेंड वो who will take next lesser number of steps. Third, who will take less number of steps. For example, suppose we get to know कि जैक को 3 नंबर्स में 105 बनाना है. So 3 numbers में 105 it has to be made, and those 3 numbers are going to be, remember, it was given that consecutive numbers increasing by exactly 1, and everyone has to make a target score of 105. तो 3 बनेगा कैसे? 105 divided by 3 is 35. एक 34 कर लो, एक 36 कर लो. Suppose Sangha has to make 105 in only 2 steps. That is, 2 ही नंबर से बनाना है. So 105 divided by 2 is 52.5. तो एक 52 लिख लो, एक 53 लिख लो. Suppose Ricky has to make 105 using, let's say, 6 numbers. क्या बता सकते हो वो 6 कौन से नंबर्स हैं कंसेक्यूटिव जिनका सम 105? So you will have to do 105 divided by 6. Obviously it's not going to be an integer because 105 is odd and 6 is even. तो पॉइंट में आएगा. If you are going to get 0.5 तो बिल्कुल बना लोगे. तो मुझे ये बता दो 6 consecutive numbers whose sum is going to be 105. देखते हैं कितने लोग बना पाते हैं. वैष्णव 0.75 अगर है, इफ आई एम सेइंग 4.5 तो आप इसको 4 और 5 लिख सकते हो. दोनों में बराबर ऐड या सब्ट्रैक्ट होगा. बट इफ यू हैव 4.75 तो अगर एक को 4 और एक को 5 लिखोगे तो एक में कम सब्ट्रैक्ट होगा, दूसरे में एक में ज्यादा सब्ट्रैक्ट होगा, एक में कम ऐड होगा. So this will not cancel out, as in it will not compensate each other. Sequences in series arithmetic progression का प्रॉपर्टी है ये. 0.5 अगर है तो कंसेक्यूटिव नंबर्स लिख सकते हो. अगर वो ऑड है, एज एन इंटीजर है, तब लिख सकते हो. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट इट्स नेवर पॉसिबल. सो जो नंबर होना चाहिए, इट शुड बी बिटवीन 2 इंटीजर्स. सो 4.5 इज एग्जैक्टली बिटवीन 4 and 5. 3 is exactly between 2 and 4. So 3 भी allowed है, 4.5 भी allowed है. 4.75 is not exactly between any 2 consecutive integers. इसीलिए वो allowed नहीं है. ठीक है, इसीलिए केवल 0.5 एंड इंटीजर्स होते हैं एपीज में एवरेज। ठीक है, लेट्स सी। सो 105/6, 105/6 का मतलब हो गया, पहले तो 105/3 कर लेते हैं विच इज 35, एंड 35/2 इज गोइंग टू बी 17.5। सो 17.5 में आप एक 17 लिख लो, एक 18 लिख लो, 3 नंबर्स नीचे 3 नंबर्स ऊपर। सो 18, 19, 20, 17, 16, 15। सो 15 to 20 करो ऐड, 105 आता है। अंडरस्टूड? सो क्वेश्चन इज अबाउट दिस। यहां पर वो चिट घुसा दिया, ट्रायल वर्ड घुसा दिया, इनिंग्स घुसा दिया। क्वेश्चन इज सिंपल, देयर आर 6 फ्रेंड्स, दे आर गिवन अ चिट and that chit will have these numbers and everybody has to make 105. Whoever makes 105 faster will be given a first rank. The one who takes the next number of steps will be given a second rank. यही पूरा गप, ये 6th point है। They have also given example. For example, through the chit system, if for a player the assigned number of trials is 2 and his initial score assigned is 27, then he will be considered to play 2 innings. 2 innings मतलब 2 नंबर लिखना है उसको, 27 से शुरू करेगा, and obviously the next number will be 28, but 27 plus 28 is 55. It's not 105. So ये नहीं possible है। Got it? So we are supposed to write down, hold on, I will unhide and I will see कि अगर ये visible है कि नहीं। It is not visible, so what I will do is I will change the font size। अब शायद मैं visible हो जाऊंगा and content भी, ठीक है। So we are given that Brian, Sachin and Ricky were assigned odd number of trials, where the other 3 were assigned number of trials which was double of the number of trials of these 3 players, not necessarily in any particular order. हम कौन number, which number we are going to give for Brian, Sachin and Ricky, we have no idea. ठीक है? Jack was assigned the maximum number of trials. Maximum number of trials मतलब चिट पे जो नंबर लिखा हुआ है। So Jack के चिट पे नंबर जो लिखा हुआ है वो सबसे बड़ा नंबर है। Brian, Sachin and Ricky के चिट्स पे the numbers written are odd numbers, and there are 6 friends, no, and the other 3 friends have numbers on their chit which is double the number which Brian, Sachin and Ricky have. The number of trials, as in the numbers written on the chits assigned to 3 players, were 3 consecutive odd numbers which were prime numbers as well. Nice. ये hint है, यहां से शुरू कर सकते हैं। Can you guys tell me 3 consecutive odd numbers which are prime numbers as well? कौन से ऐसे numbers हैं जो odd भी हैं, consecutive भी हैं, prime भी हैं? So I believe you guys would know that it exists only in the case of 3, 5 and 7. ठीक है? Who gets these 3, 5 and 7? We have no idea. But if we go back to the first statement now, it is given that Brian, Sachin and Ricky were assigned odd number of trials. ये odd है. Whereas the other 3 were assigned number of trials which was double. तो 3 लोगों के चिट पे अगर 3, 5, 7 लिखा है तो बाकी 3 लोगों के चिट पे 3 का डबल लिखा हुआ है। 3 का डबल we don't see, so 6 is there. 5 का डबल we don't see, so 10 is going to be there. 7 का डबल we don't see, so 14 is going to be there. Right? देखो अगर पहले में 3, 5, 6 होता तो 3 का 6 पहले ही होता. Right? So 3, 5, 7 are those 3 consecutive odd numbers which are prime numbers as well. And Brian, Sachin and Ricky were assigned odd numbers, which was kind of obvious. The other 3 who were assigned double of something will definitely be even. यानी कि Brian, Sachin and Ricky को odd मिला था और बाकी 3 को even. So can we say among these 3, one is Brian, one is Sachin and one is Ricky? बोल सकते हैं ना? और बाकी 3 लोग कौन है? इनका नाम देख लेते हैं. We have Sachin, Brian, Ricky, Rahul, Jack and Sangha. So we have got Rahul, Jack, Sangha. Who gets what? No idea. पर पहले 3 नंबर्स इनको दिए थे और नेक्स्ट 3 नंबर्स इनको दिए थे. Okay, now if you read the second statement, you will realize that Jack was given the maximum number of trials. मतलब उसके चिट पे सबसे बड़ा नंबर था. So Jack gets 14. Fourth statement says the number of trials assigned to Sangha equals the number of trials assigned to Sachin and Ricky. So Sachin and Ricky मतलब कि इन तीन में से किसी दो का sum is going to be equal to Sangha, which is 6 और 10 का sum. 6 और 10 में से कोई एक sum है. Can we make 6 as the sum from these three numbers? Can we make 10 as the sum from these three numbers? Yes. 3 plus 7 will give us 10. So that tells us कि जो सांगा को मिला था, that number is sum of the numbers that was assigned to Sachin and Ricky. So Sachin and Ricky, they get 3 and 7. That means Brian gets 5 for sure. अब सचिन को 3 या सचिन को 7 है, don't know that. But यही दोनों numbers में से एक एक है. That also forces us कि राहुल को 6 ही मिला होगा. Because there is only one person left and only one number left. Next statement says Ricky is not assigned minimum number of trials. So if Ricky doesn't get 3, that means Ricky gets 7. That means Sachin gets 3. So किसके चिट पे कौन सा नंबर लिखा हुआ है? We now know. Right? So I will rewrite down these numbers. So Brian gets, मैं कहाँ लिखूं इसको? Okay, I'll write it over here. So Brian gets 3. फिर मैं next लिखता हूं 5. 5 किसको मिला था? Sorry. 3 is Sachin, not Brian. 3 हो गया. 5 next number is Brian. 6 is the next number which is given to Rahul. 7 is the next number which is given to Ricky. Then we have 10 which goes to Jack. And then we have 14 which goes to Sangha. ठीक है. So हमें ये पता चल गया. Now if you remember, अभी मेरे को हर किसी का सम जो है 105 बनाना है. सचिन के लिए भी, ब्रायन के लिए भी, राहुल also, रिकी as well, जैक and सांगा as well. So सचिन को सम बनाना है 105 using 3 numbers. What are those 3 numbers? We saw no अभी थोड़ी देर पहले कि 105 by 3 करो, which is 35. वो लिख लो. 3 नंबर्स में से 1 number is written, एक नंबर इसके लेफ्ट में, एक नंबर इसके राइट में. So 3 numbers से 105 आ गया. Next, Brian has to make 105 by taking sum of 5 consecutive natural numbers. So 105 by 5 करो, you will get 21. So 21 लिख लो बीच में. Then write down 2 numbers to its left, 20 and 19, and write down 2 numbers to its right, 22 and 23. अब ऐड करके चेक मत करो, टाइम वेस्ट मत करो, ये बनेगा. The exact way or the exact reason how we can form sum of consecutive numbers to a number, we are using the vice versa of that. So जिस सीढ़ी से चढ़े उसी सीढ़ी से उतर के चेक करना कि क्या मैंने वही सीढ़ी यूज करी है. Wastage of time. Next, Rahul has to make sum as 105 by using 6 numbers. So 105 divided by 6. 105 divided by 6. 105 divided by 6. अभी करा था. I believe that was 17.5 आया था. So 17.5 we can't write. So write down 17 and 18. Out of 6 numbers, 2 numbers are already written. So write down 2 more numbers to its left, 2 more numbers to its right. So you will have 19 and 20 here, and you will have 15 and 16 here. Ricky पे चलते हैं. Ricky has to make the sum as 105 using 7 numbers. So 105 by 7 is 15. So 7 में से एक नंबर लिख लिया, 3 नंबर इसके आगे, 3 नंबर इसके पीछे. So we will have 14, 13 and 12, and then we will have 16, 17 and 18. Jack has to make 105 by adding 10 consecutive numbers. So 105 divided by 10 is 10.5, right? So 10.5 to nahi likh sakte. So we'll be writing down 10 and 11. Out of 10 numbers, 2 numbers are here. 10 में से 2 बीच में, तो 4 इधर, 4 इधर. So we will have 9, 8, 7 and 6. And then we will have 12, 13, 14 and 15. Sangha, 105 sum has to be made by taking consecutive 14 natural numbers. So 14 natural numbers ka agar half karoge, you will be getting 7.5. 7.5 we can't write, so we'll be writing down 7 and 8. Out of 14, 2 numbers are already written over here. So we need another 12 numbers. 12 में से 6 left को, 6 right को. If you think about it, if you want to write down 6 numbers, so obviously it should start from 1. And then the next 6 numbers are 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So these were the numbers written on the chits, which are also called as innings in the question. Each one is trying to make this sum as 105. And the one who makes it faster, बोले तो कम numbers में, जिसके चिट पे lowest number था, उस भाई साहब को rank 1 आया, rank 2, rank 3, rank 4, rank 5 and rank 6. So this set had 2 parts to understand. The first part being you need to understand the word problem. It was not difficult. See, every player will be assigned a total number of trials. Okay. The total number of innings that a player plays is equal to the total number of trials assigned. यार ये बहुत I will not call it stupid, but isn't this something which is very silly? Say, I tell you that y is equal to 3, then I tell you that x is equal to y, then if I ask you to find out x square, तो ना बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स ने इसमें कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं कि पहले y is equal to 3 है, x is equal to y है, तो ये भी 3 है, x square मतलब 9 हो जाएगा. If I want to make it more complicated, I will say y is equal to 3, x is equal to y, z is equal to x, and then z square बताओ. क्या कर रहे हैं हम? एक वैल्यू दूसरे वेरिएबल में, वो वेरिएबल की वैल्यू दूसरे में, फिर उसको तीसरे में, फिर उसको कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं. सीधे y स्क्वायर क्यों नहीं कर सकते? क्या जरूरत है x और z का? सेम थिंग, इफ यू रीड द फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड स्टेटमेंट, इट सेज दैट एक नंबर दिया जाएगा. बात खत्म करो ना. You will be given a number, then that number is going to be called as the number of trials, and that number of trials will be called as the number of innings. क्या कर रहे हो? Confuse करने के लिए लिखा हुआ है. To make this set huge, this much is written. It was a straightforward question. इतने में खत्म हो जाता क्वेश्चन. 6 friends are assigned 6 numbers. 105 has to be obtained as the sum of those many consecutive natural numbers. खत्म. 3 लाइन का क्वेश्चन था, पर घुमाएंगे तो. एंड ऑब्वियसली दे विल नॉट टेल यू दैट द नंबर्स आर 3, 5, 7, 10, 14, क्योंकि बहुत सिंपल हो जाएगा. सो उन्होंने घुमा फिरा के ऐसे लिख दिया. 3 कंसेक्यूटिव ऑड नंबर्स विच आर प्राइम नंबर्स एज वेल. 3, 5, 7 की बात कर रहे हैं वो. ओके, आई होप दिस पार्ट इज क्लियर नाउ. What was the minimum score of any player in the first innings? Can we say minimum तो 1 आ सकता है? So 1 is going to be the answer. What was the highest score by any player in any of the particular innings? Can we say 36 is the largest number that anybody can get? उससे ज्यादा तो नहीं हो सकता. So 36. How many players scored 12 in their innings? पहला नहीं, सचिन नहीं, ब्रायन नहीं, राहुल भी नहीं किया. रिकी, जैक एंड सांगा, दे ऑल गेट एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू स्कोर 12. मतलब उनको 12 ऐड करना था, राइट? सो 3 ऑफ देम. सी, which of these scores were scored by 3 players in 3 of their respective innings? 12, 13, 14, 13, 14, 15, 19, 20, 21. चेक करते हैं क्या करके. 12, 13, 14 क्या 3 लोगों ने स्कोर करा है? हाँ, रिकी, जैक एंड सांगा, दे ऑल 3 स्कोर 12, 13, 14. क्वेश्चन यही था. आउट ऑफ द गिवन 4 ऑप्शंस, which particular option are the runs or the numbers that are used in making 105 by 3 players or the 3 friends. तो 3 लोग हैं, रिकी, जैक एंड सांगा, they used 12, 13 and 14. ए हो जाना चाहिए आंसर. देखते हैं. A. What will be the rank of Brian at the end of the game? So Brian का रैंक तो हम पहले ही बता सकते हैं, सेकंड रैंक बंदा है. In using only 5 consecutive numbers, he was able to obtain 105. Right? So second rank. What is the score of Sangha in the first innings? Sangha किस number से शुरू किया था? So Sangha started with 1, na? The last guy. So he started his innings with 1 run. 6. Hold on. The number of trials assigned to Sangha equals the sum. Oh. Sorry. ये नाम गलत लिख दिया मैंने ऊपर नीचे. This guy is Sangha because Sangha was 10, remember? 3 plus 7. And this was Jack. So Sangha starts with 6. The answer to other questions will not change because मैंने के last दो को interchange करा है, which was there previously also, right? So बाकी answers change नहीं होंगे. So ये mistake हो गया. Copy paste करने में भी देखो mistake हो जाता है. Cheating भी नहीं होती ठीक से मुझसे. So 6. How are we sure that they have taken in sequence as one takes 3 numbers and follow the rule? ईशान क्वेश्चन में गिवन है बेटा. स्कोर्स जो लेने हैं वो इंक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर ऑफ कंसेक्यूटिव नंबर्स. कंसेक्यूटिव ऑटोमेटिकली मींस एक के बाद एक. ये इंक्रीजिंग बाय एग्जैक्टली 1 इज रिडंडेंट. कंसेक्यूटिव मतलब ही हो गया एक के बाद एक, है ना? तो पहले इनिंग में उसने 3 रन स्कोर करा तो नेक्स्ट में 4 ही करेगा और नेक्स्ट में 5 ही करेगा, एंड सो ऑन. हाउ अप टू व्हाट इनिंग्स ही विल बी राइटिंग डाउन द, आई मीन ही विल बी गेटिंग द स्कोर्स डिपेंड्स ऑन द नंबर ऑन हिज चिट और द नंबर ही स्टार्टेड विद. तो क्वेश्चन में ये सब गिवन था. Everything that I explained you with an example here with the same number 105, it was after reading the first 6 points. ठीक है? That was not something that was made up. या कुछ conclusion निकला था. Conclusion नहीं निकला था. It was just the comprehension of the statements. Okay. So I hope you guys like these unconventional based sets on games and tournament. These types of sets are very interesting ones. All you have to do is solve it once. You will take a lot of time most probably. Solve it again. खत्म किया ना, 5 मिनट का ब्रेक लो, पानी वानी पी कर आओ, वॉशरूम जाओ, फोन वोन देखो. 5-10 मिनट के बाद रीडू इट एंड यू विल रियलाइज दैट यू विल टेक लेस देन 1/3 ऑफ द टोटल टाइम. पहले अगर 10 मिनट लिया था ना, 3 मिनट में कर लोगे. यू विल एग्जैक्टली नो व्हाट टू लुक आउट फॉर. नंबर्स तो याद नहीं रहेंगे ना, आपको सीक्वेंस पता होना चाहिए. ठीक है? Well, thank you everyone. Don't forget to give a like, and if you guys haven't subscribed yet, subscribe the channel yet, make sure that you subscribe it. Share with your friends who are also preparing for competitive exam this year. People who are new to BYJU'S, you can unlock our app for 3 days and access it, and you can unlock the free trial by putting on your contact number and registering with the app. Okay, you don't have to pay anything. It's all free of cost. You can be one among our CAT 2022 toppers. All you have to do is join our comprehensive program. These are all the giveaways, starting with the tablet to help with GDPI and VAT preparation, more than 300 engaging videos, more than 10,000 practice questions, around 80 mocks with video solutions, study notes, formula book. So you get all of that. Okay, the formula book is in the online mode. And in order to join the batch, you can avail up to 90% scholarship. The scholarship test schedule is tomorrow at 11 AM. Make sure that you register for it. 90% तक scholarship मिल सकता है. On 16th of July at 11 AM, Mr. Srinivas is going to take a workshop on MBA why, how, and when. If you have got any queries regarding specialization or colleges or preparation, you can definitely throw in your queries. And this session is going to have limited seats, so make sure that you register for this. And don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, like our Facebook page, and you can join our Telegram channel as well. The link to all of this is given in the description below. Well, thank you everyone. Thanks for joining. I'll see you guys again very soon with another set of interesting questions. Okay, until then, take care.